Everybody's gone home. I'm here at the shop by myself, and I started doing the wet sump conversion, and something happened with the video, and I wanted to take a second and just show you how I got that off. They make a special tool that you can get that goes behind the crank sprocket, but if you don't have one, a simple bearing separator or bearing splitter will work. You just take it, we get this loose. All right, now see if we can get that. See this small groove right in here? Let me see if I can get that thing to focus. There you go. See that small groove right in there? All right, you take your splitter, clamp it down on both sides, right? And then take you a piece of flat metal and put over the end of the crankshaft. And when you put your other piece of your splitter onto here, there you go. Put a piece of flat metal between this and the end of your crankshaft so that it's protected, and then use this to pull it off. Now, when we're going back on, as long as my camera works, and it doesn't cut out on me, we're going to take this and flip it over backwards, because this thing actually rides really smooth on the crankshaft. And right here at the end of the crankshaft, let me see if I can get you a little closer. This is the one from Summit that comes in our wet sump conversion. It's an LS2, LS3 kind of sprocket. If you notice, the LS7 is a lot longer because of the different pump and cover and all that stuff, because it's having to move more volume and everything to get it back out to the external sump. Now the one I got is a smaller one. If you look here on the crankshaft, there's a piece where it starts to be raised all the way up until it butts into the crankshaft here. So that raised piece is where it starts to grab. Now I have a keyway on the bottom side that's going to line up the keyway on this. So you put that on, turn it, and there we go. It's on, and it just slides right on. I mean, it's easy on, right? Until it hits that. We're going to use this. If you look down here, we got plenty of room that we can tap this on, or we can use a balancer installer. So it goes in, tightens up, and I can push on this, and it pulls that into the crankshaft. All right, and it'll press that thing on nice and soft. Now there are special tools that they make for this application to do these things, but I don't have those special tools. But I do have a lot of things around the shop that will work if I don't. And a lot of these things you can get up at the loaner tool program up at your local parts store, like Advanced or O'Reilly's or something like that, and just kind of works out. So, all right. So the crank pulley's on, or crank sprocket's on, and I wind up just tapping it down just enough where I can get the bolt in. Use the bolt to kind of push down. I know there's some guys out there that's building engines that's going, "Barry, you can mess some stuff up." I wasn't tapping that hard. Light, gentle tap with a small hammer, and I'm not hitting the crankshaft. I'm not hitting the sprocket. I'm tapping it on very lightly until I work it down enough where my bolt grabs, and I can use the bolt to drive it on down. I use my small gun to pull it down. That's how easy it pulls down. Okay, it's not like I put a big half-inch. I mean, this is a small little snap-on. Don't get me wrong, puts out some power, but easy stuff. All right, let's finish this thing up. see, we didn't get the oil pan on. I had some fitment issues. This seems the pickup tube is hitting the bottom of the sump on the Moroso oil pan. So I'm gonna go back, do a little research, make sure it's nothing I did wrong. Alright, wet sump conversion for the LS7. Came with this beautiful pan, which sucks because it did not fit any of the windows tray stuff. Then I've got this situation. Focus, there we go. I got this situation. AC Delco filter that came in the kit. Yes, it is sitting flush and I did not spin it. Seriously? I guess that's that new easy oil change filter. Way to go, Moroso, or Summit.